This project here needed to be 6 airframes delivered in under 4 weeks. So everything you see on here is mainly a bunch of methodology that was how can we get that done in the next couple of weeks. We can't be waiting on specialist stuff that we're ordering from another supplier that's going to tell us that that's 6 weeks. A good part of this one was that the guys made a jig and this 5-axis machine did all the trimming on it, which I always say gives the next level of detail or finish. A well-trimmed part is you know, it's good level in the detail. So I would say in everything you're doing right now in regards to this type of stuff, the answer of, oh yeah, get the guy on the floor to do it because he knows what he's doing, don't take that into consideration because that doesn't exist. We've got to design these processes and use the equipment that can get the repeatability. But at the moment for us, we just sit down and constructively argue about the best, fastest way we can get a result. Because it's not, the process for us isn't clean enough where we can, you know, we know exactly what to do every time. We're obviously learning more and more as we go through all these different projects and have the pressure of deadlines. But yeah, we wouldn't do it. And that's, I mean, in the project you guys have been working on and bringing to our place to sort of help you with some tooling or some parts. There's always these conversations about how we get there. And I would only encourage all of you, you know, like if you want to succeed as an engineer in this, any type of this work, it's about absolute connection to what happens on the floor, so you understand, you know, the bottlenecks of, you know, being able to actually turn things from, you know, CAD to reality. That start to finish was done in under 20 days. To what it's sitting there. We finished that last Friday afternoon for a photo shoot, and I say 20 days, and that was 20 days full. That was not working weekends either. There was a bit of a panic last week. But so that's that. This is a Super Cub. We've got some tooling on it, so we're more into trying to do rapid iterations of laminate. That there's like a more monocoque style, so it's single skin. There's not really a foam core through it. There's foam ribs that run through a bit of the structure, but it was pretty much an infused skin into a mould. I think, you know, monolithic style single skin structures like that are probably a bit of what you're going to see, I would imagine, in your project. Great part about them is when you don't have complicated foam core kits, it makes it a lot easier to get through the component sort of side. And that was fairly conventional, the tooling on that. It was a foam block, you can see up there as a plug, machine covered in a hard coat like what you're seeing over here, remachined, cleaned up partially, and some tooling taken off it. So yeah, look, I'd just iterate again, it's so much of this is covered off at the design level, and a big part of why I'll say design and production have got to be very united in how these things happen to get the best outcomes. And the best outcomes, you know, we can't ignore the fact that most projects are based on, will survive or fail because of the dollars and cents that are put on the page at the end of it. And if you ignore that, lots of great ideas out there and lots of products that can go into market, but when you bring something out that costs $2 million to make and you're trying to get it into a market where it should have cost $500,000, you probably were better off not wasting your time. And it's about arriving at those decisions and understanding of cost and budget very early on in the project, because it's just, there's too many projects as far as I see that happen to, even, you know, like big projects, and you're like, shit, how was that ever got to the point where they thought that was going to meet their target cost point with, you know, whatever it is? And, you know, I've learnt the lesson way too many times to tell you. You know, it's why it's probably so important to me now, because you can send a business broke or yourself broke real quickly by not getting the design right.
I think we're very, very lucky that we've got, you know, the One Composite guys here on the coast, because there's not, certainly in the country, anyone that has the capability to do, you know, really what Dave's just explained. And it's a big part of the reason that so many people come here to do these things, is because it just can't be gotten anywhere else. And exactly what Dave's saying about the primes, you know, it's so hard to work with them a lot of the time. You get broken down to a point where you are just dealing with brackets and other tiny components you're day in, day out. You don't get the macro view that you would get in this type of environment. So yeah, thank you guys for having us. It's awesome to be here, and we're really looking forward to learning from you guys and doing some cool stuff together.
Cool. Well, let's go have a look at the model, eh?
Yeah.
In the size that you guys are working on at the moment, we could possibly create a tool that looks a bit like this. So that would be one part right there. Then you can have an upper wing skin as one molded piece, and a lower wing skin, which is here. So that's a 4-piece, 2 halves, plus an upper wing skin, lower wing skin, and then this canard piece, which I split into 2 molds again, because we need to get to both the top and the bottom.
Well, I guess that's one of the questions. So coming back to RC methods, do we want to CNC machine some foam for the wings and then just fiberglass wrap them and have them as a single piece that can drop into the fuselage?
Just imagine that the wing is 100% one piece, and extruding, like you get to the wing root, and then you're just extruding the wing root through. So you're making quite a clean wing top and bottom. But the fuselage now just has the shape of that wing, so it comes on from the top.
So this area here is a bit bigger than the wing, and the wing pushes through, is that what you're saying?
It's just about then going, well, are we even saying that the wings come off the fuse, or is the wing made as one and it's just got like an RC, we just have a couple of pins holding that wing to the fuse?
Right.